Woohoo. Okay, so yeah, I mean, as you guys obviously know, Della unfortunately had other engagements to attend to today, so Willie will be faded back. Willie is tired, and he should be. I think no, did he die? Or he was close to. He got his butt whooped.
Willie?
Yeah, Willie got his butt whooped a couple of times.
Yeah, but he never died. Nobody actually. Well, no. Anais died.
I was gonna say Anais did.
Nobody died. Anais
Nobody died.
Didn't die. Passed out.
Well, she almost did. She was, yeah, Lady of Fate saved her butt, I guess.
And a couple of healers.
And a couple of healers. So yeah, this is after the fight. Immediately afterwards. There's your little circle right here. It's assumed y'all are basically kind of in camp. Just to expedite things, I'm just going to assume that that Enzo led the charge in gathering things from the car or from the enemy demon grinder, and just came back with just a fuck ton of gold, just a lot of gold and a lot of and and he had to drag a sack of like soul coins that he just spilled in front of you and just sort of like, yeah, so we have 28 now.
Yep.
So you see Enzo just come out of that enemy demon grinder, probably just using Anais as an extra hand. Them just carrying gold and him carrying just a big satchel on his back, as he just spills the contents of it just to show it off to everyone. Just sort of like, yeah, here's 28 soul coins.
Puddles looks away.
Why would you spill them on the ground like that?
Or it's just well, I mean, it's just he throws it on the ground. It's just to show off. It's a show off shot.
That's giving that like a wow. Now there's a mess to clean.
He might drop it on accident.
Or he might drop it on accident.
I mean, to be fair, the fact that he was carrying
just
them all at once.
He wouldn't just throw the soak.
No, but he does. No, but he would say it.
He would say he is like a friend. Like he comes back and he says, "Well, we'll not be wanting for anything currency-wise," and like we'll put the sack on the ground to show the soul coins.
Okay, I just thought it was so funny to be like on the floor. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be argumentative. I just like the idea of like.
It is funny.
It's like, now what?
well, look at that. Now you have to pick them up. I was like, oh.
You did your cool thing, and now you have a mess to clean up.
and he has to pick them up like 3 at a time because he can't touch anymore.
Well, time to drag the soul sack into our cat thing.
Demon grinder.
I wanted to say 2 words that also alliterated, but then I couldn't, so I gave up.
Okay. So you do. With the help of multiple party members, you're able to drag that thing, or drag the contents of the gold and the soul coin sack into your demon grinder.
Olga will also take one of the soul coins for herself, just that she's kind of topped off on that.
Sounds good. Add 1 soul coin to your inventory then. Oh, let me see.
Where should we keep like the community sack fund number?
I can keep it as a pin post, I guess. So 28, which is now 27. Let's see. I'll just call it community fund.
Make it 25 because Enzo will take 2 to top himself off.
Okay. 25 soul coins. And Let's see, for how many gold? 14,000. Boop. I'll go ahead and come on, let me pin. Let me pin you, asshole. There you go. Just put that in the general. There you go. Oh, yep, you have 25 soul coins among you in the community fund. Okay, so you all take a long rest. How do you go about doing your long rests?
I think Puddles is first gonna run around and check on everybody. Make sure, like, for, like, ailments and stuff. Like, any, like, as particularly bad wounds.
Okay. No, I'm not going to make you do a medicine check, because the point of this is just for healing. So I'll just go around a circle then. Willie, for the most part, I guess since taking his paladin levels, he's been holding up pretty well. He's taken his role as a pseudo tank quite well. You guess. So you don't have to do much to heal him, but you do give him you give him a spray down, a little bit of aloe vera rub down, I guess, just quickly heal him up.
Mm-hmm.
Do a quick patch up.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu, aside from the fact that she was a little out of breath, she's fine. You feel like this is the first time she has ever exhausted herself.
And Puddles does take an extra pause with her and smiles really big. He's like, "You did amazing."
It's, been a while. Oh.
Make sure to take a good rest and drink a lot of water.
I don't think I want to do that with the water around here, but thank you.
No, we have water.
Do we?
I soak in water every night. We have clean water.
I keep forgetting that. I'm sorry, my head's a little dizzy from spewing a lot from my nose.
Oh, we need to give you some water. Olga!
Olga comes over, and it should be noted that she is, like, just off screen, out of nowhere, very suddenly, popped into autumn mode.
Aww.
Like, nobody know. I want to say, like, this just happened out of sight from everybody. She, like, weeping angeled it. And she
Oh my
comes
gosh.
over with the, she comes over with the water she heard. And, she, I don't know, produces a cup. Let's say she carries cups, too. Why not? She carries food around.
We can say that most adventurers keep like a water skin on
Yeah.
them. So you just take the decanter of water and just sort of put it in a water skin and then hand it to her.
Puddles notices the change, and she's like, "Oh, are you feeling better?"
Oh, I've been fine. Thank you, though, hon.
That's good.
Okay.
How's Olga when it
For
comes
Olga.
to health check?
I don't know. Jen, why don't you describe how Olga is?
She looks like she has 61 out of 104 health points. So she looks like her ass was utterly handed to her, but she's still like upright and peppy. She's like, she doesn't have this, but she has the vibe of a kid who's lost 2 teeth, but still like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
You know?
So she basically she's looking like Rocky after about a good couple of rounds with Creed in the ring a little bit. She's got a little bit of blood dripping out of the side of her mouth. Just a lot of scratches, a lot of bruises, but she's kicking.
She's moving like she's not injured, but she looks like she got her ass kicked.
Puddles
Exactly.
might fuss over her a little bit, trying to see what she can, like, clean up and spruce up and help her feel a little better.
Yep.
Olga waves around like, just take care of the others first. I'm not that bad.
Okay. So for Anais,
Yeah.
she is looking quite paler than usual. Even more so than what her fair skin would sort of suggest.
Mm.
you notice that some sacs are kind of growing underneath her eyes a little bit. And she kind of has a little bit of a look in her eye as though she definitely saw something when she briefly almost died. And you see her kind of constantly rubbing her arms a little bit.
So she looks awful.
Yep.
Puddles is like trying to check through her glove for a fever and stuff.
She adamantly refuses to take off her gauntlets. She's like, no, no, I am fine. I can take care of myself. Thank you.
Puddles looks a little hurt by that, and she's like, are you sure?
I am very sure. It will be fine. But thank you, though.
And Puddles gives a kind of a hesitant nod, and she says, well, we're here for you if you need anything. And she lifts her head a little higher, and she's like, you are a part of our team after all.
She kind of looks down at her feet when you say that.
Yeah.
No, well, it's like, no, she's accepting, but it's like, no, she adamantly refuses to take off her gauntlets, and there is a reason for it. It's the life of a...
So Puddles takes the looking at her feet, and she kind of frowns, and she says, I am sorry that I got mad at you. It's not that I don't trust you. It's a habit I have. I've done it to other members of the team too. So I didn't mean to make you so upset.
I have not done much to earn that sort of trust.
I mean,
So
you
your
just
hesitance
almost
was not
died for us.
unwarranted.
You almost died trying to fight with us. That counts for something.
I suppose it would count for something, I guess. Though I do not know how much in the end.
Puddles is looking at her. Like,
But it is fine. As I said, I have not done much to warrant trust, so it is to be expected. It is fine.
Well,
It was foolish of me to lash out as I did.
well, the offer still stands. If you need anything, if you feel faint, if you need water, if you need food, if something isn't healing right, you let us know, because you are our teammate, and I don't really like leaving you hurt. This is making me very uncomfortable.
She just pulls out her coin and just takes a flip. I'll live with it. Because it came up
Puddles.
because it came up tails, and she kind of just, oh, well, okay. But she's like, okay, I will live with it.
Puddles gives a very heavy sigh. That deep breath I just did, that was Puddles. She's like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep watch, just
No.
in case.
No, the coin flip was not for that. The coin flip was for something.
Squints.
So,
It's how she communicates with her god.
right. So Puddles leaves her, but she keeps glancing back at her.
All right, and the last is Enzo.
So she goes to check on Enzo. Quinn was not here for how hurt Enzo was.
So Enzo, for the most part, kind of remained a little bit unscathed. He's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He was undamaged by most of it. Especially considering he was hand-to-hand combat with the Alhun. But I guess Willie and Olga pissed off the Alhun enough to where they were the ones that received most of the Alhun's ire.
Flexes. No, I understand. I'm just that good at D&D.
Puddles is still
Me
fussing.
personally.
Maybe partially because Anais just turned down being helped. Puddles is being adamant about double checking still and making sure Enzo is fine.
Okay. Well, the worst you're really going to find on Enzo is his fists are rather raw a little bit. The hide of the Alhoun was not easy to hit. So you do feel like the normal bruisings or something that would come from like a boxer being in like the ring against someone barehanded, So he's got those usual bruises and whatnot, but otherwise he's basically fine. It's just the usual bruises and tiredness that would come with being a monk who just got out of sparring, essentially.
And she's like, "Do you want me to heal those?" And looking at his hands. You want to be patched up?
She's so cute. I think at first Enzo is more just kind of like taking stock of like all of whatever shit they just got. And she mentions that, and he like looks down at his hands like, oh shit, those are like that. Like he's used to this kind of thing. He doesn't. This is old. He smells. It's fine. Have you seen Olga? Maybe you want to save some of your match for her.
I tried. Nobody's letting me heal them. Not even Anais. Do you see Anais right now?
He smiles and says, "All right. If nobody else is gonna make use of your skills, then I will be selfish." And he'll hold his hands out for her to heal or anything.
She's like, thank you. And she goes to get out her healer's kit and slip on her gloves and stuff. Kind of fusses over his hands a little bit. And heals him up.
Yep.
And gives him a very firm pat. It's like, at least somebody wants to take care of themselves.
When she gives him a firm pat, he goes, "Ow."
Oh! She's actually taken aback by that. She looks at where she patted him to make sure there's no injury. He kind of like takes his hands and holds them up like, "I'm just playing with you." My apologies, Puddles. Couldn't She's
resist.
Like, don't do that. We're dealing with so much. I wouldn't be surprised by anything at this point.
You are stronger than you look.
She looks at her arms, and then she looks at Enzo and his arms.
No, you could take him. I'm sure.
Maybe with other stuff. And she's getting a little bit flustered though from the teasing, but I get to like a little bit blushy and starts glancing away because she doesn't know how to handle the teasing.
She's so cute. I am in love with her. I push Enzo out the way. I'm suddenly in the game. Fucking. But he just smiles and he says, "Thank you for your help, Puddles."
she does smile at that, and she pauses for a little bit, and she adds, "How are you doing?"
Now, without actually looking at her, he just tries to casually answer, like, I'm doing fine, Petals. You just healed me, remember?
If he were looking at her, he would see that she's not convinced by that, but she does nod and say, "Yeah, that's true, I did." Because she can tell he doesn't want to actually address it.
Good news, Petals, he's never gonna want to.
He's never gonna what?
Yeah, I said good news, Petals, he's never going to want to.
Oh.
Hey, did you know that Enzo could take care of everyone but himself?
Right. She leaves him alone after that. She kind of like watches him for a moment more, but that's her done being looking at everyone, inspecting everyone.
Okay.
I want to give everyone else a turn for their long rest stuff before she does her next long rest thing.
Okie doke. So, what about the rest of y'all? Olga will now be accepting heal. Okay.
Olga, you will have to approach Puddles because she already talked to you.
Does she not understand to heal them first? Did she not? Does she not understand them? God.
If
Sees her get done with healing everyone else, and then Puddles just fucks off. And she's like, What? My turn? My turn?
They're all sitting at the campfire. It wouldn't be very hard for Olga to walk over to her.
So, if Puddles won't...
I feel like, I feel like Olga would just be like, alright, I can lick my wounds too. Like, she just actually would just accept. I mean, she can heal herself.
Anais
with a long
actually
rest,
will
so.
get up and approach Olga.
Aw.
She has a flip of the coin first. Yeah, give me your heads, you asshole. Okay, good. Okay, show me your hands.
Olga had settled down to meditate, and she heard her mutter to her coin, and then she now just look at her like, did you want to meditate with me?
No, what I am wanting to do is heal you.
Oh, I mean, if you want. I was about to get on to doing that, but alright. She holds out her hands.
Olga takes them, and she sort of takes the coin in her hand, and her hands sort of glow blue a little bit. And she holds on to your hand as that blue energy begins to sort of ride up you just a little bit. And as you're starting to glow a little blue, your wounds slowly start to heal just a little bit. And it takes about...
Hey, my thumb is back.
And then Olga bursts into flip. No, that's if she had done Tails. But after about a few minutes, you do find that you are all healed up.
My thumb is back, yeah.
Yeah.
She flexes her newly regrown thumb.
Oh my gosh. If she were actually missing her thumb, Puddles would refuse to not heal her.
Exactly.
Alright, her thumb wasn't actually bitten off. It probably felt like it, though.
Oh.
How about more like, oh, I can feel my thumb again.
Alright, that should be everything.
Thank you kindly.
It is no problem.
Are you going to accept healing? Olga refuses to break eye contact now.
Refuses to break eye contact. would, but it would seem the lady has other plans for me.
So you're going to just not let us heal you? But you're going to heal?
I do not pretend to understand why my lady does what she does, but it would seem that she requires that I hold these scars as a reminder. She
I mean-
requires my healing to be slower.
I mean, you're not gonna be, No, you know what? I don't accept that.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Hang on. Does Olga have... Hang on a sec. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
Quinn, that's terrifying.
Sorry, Olga's a bitch.
Okay, sure. What is she gonna try to do?
Damn. Okay, she doesn't actually have any healing spells, but she does use, let's see, can this do it?
Are you just gonna splash a healing potion in her face?
No. Though I thought of it.
That would be very funny.
Just like, think fast!
You just splash healing potion in her face? No!
Wait, Ken.
What? No.
Gently putting the healing potion back in the pocket. Like, as she thinks about it. No.
Okay. Prestidigitation can let me do this. She can't heal her, but she clears her of all, like, soiling. Like, she cleans her completely.
Okay. I mean,
If you want to be part of this group, you, should be part of the group. So, just saying, you were upset that you felt excluded, and now you're excluding yourself. So, sounds to me like this is not something that is only from us.
persuasion. Roll a persuasion check.
Oh wow! Oh gosh, my coins.
Oh my.
Coins.
Oh my.
My dice. I need to find them.
Your coins.
My round coin.
Playing D&D with just a coin.
only critical fails or critical successes.
It's a D2, but it only has a 20 and a 1.
Now that would be an intense game.
All right, does a 23 do it?
Dang.
She's kind of aggressively holding onto her coin, just sort of flipping it around in her hand a little bit. But she grips onto it tightly as she kind of looks at you and is just sort of like, we all have our puppet strings, yes?
Is it a puppet string?
I have many, yes. Not just of my lady.
It's just healing. And if you want to think about it more practically, you're a lot more helpful as a fighter if you are in tip-top shape. Healing won't get rid of the memory of the pain. So, and she shrugs.
It is a bit more complicated than that. When the lady makes her choice, she is adamant about it.
So she's gonna strike you down if you put a band-aid on?
She is a lot more cunning than that. She allows the choice to be
yes.
mine, but there will be a consequence down the line that I cannot control.
Seems like you're already dealing with a consequence.
And Puddles is listening in. She's like, "What if I jumped you without your consent and just healed you?"
She just. What if-
Tiny
no.
Puddles just appearing behind, and I
just
what
sort
if I jumped you?
What if I just jumped you? What?
Puddles blatantly asks that. Puddles flat out asks that. With all sincerity.
Wait, what? Well, you sort of just broke the surprise now, but also, merde!
And so, also
you don't know.
listening in, just laughs immediately. Immediately, but he's like faced away, trying to pretend he's still like involved in getting the supplies and shit. But the Puddles does that.
What if I just
He
jumped you?
laughs.
Puddles counters, "You don't know when I'm going to do it."
And now she just has a look of both fear and confusion and a weird amount of happy acceptance.
Puddles adds, "You would not be defying your goddess, and we could, forcibly heal you."
She kind of holds her coin again as though she wants to flip it to ask out of habit, but she doesn't flip the coin.
No, we don't want to have any non-consensual healing. But I will demand you all eat food, because if you don't, I will fight you. And she starts giving everybody a lot of food, which is something she hasn't done in her winter form at all.
What is the food? Can I ask?
Sandwiches.
Is there meat in it?
Yes.
Probably very preserved meat, but still.
Puddles, she takes a sandwich and she asks, "Can I take 2? You told me to ask you for permission, but, the other one not for me."
Oh yeah, well sure. She is in her very food giving form, so
Aww, I missed
She,
this form.
it's like, hang on, let me make sure everybody gets one, and she does so, and she makes an extra sandwich for her, not her, and hands it over to her. There you go, sweetie.
Aww.
Puddles is like, "Can I have one for not me?" And Olga's like, "Sure." And as she's handing it over, "So who is not you? Who's the other one for?" And like Puddles reaches out for it. It's like, Namus." And then Olga just like slowly takes steps back. Seems like run out.
I love that she's just like, "Here's the one for not you."
Oh my god, she would probably be that. That would actually be her in spring form, but while in autumn, she is still willing to feed him, even though she has no respect whatsoever for him. Like,
Yeah.
starvation is something she doesn't want to wish upon people. So.
Right. And she pockets the
She
sandwich
willingly
and wraps it up.
gives up the sandwich.
Are we looking low on rations?
Well, I've got plenty, so I'm always happy to take one and make sure everybody is fed.
If it would benefit if it would benefit everyone, I might be able to go out and hunt for something.
You can hunt for meat.
It's going to be meat that is from here. So there is a special type of preparations that would have to be made to do it. But it can
As
be.
a fae, I understand.
So I was going to say I would not advise anyone to eat raw meat from Avernus. But there is a way to eat it safely for mortals. You just have to.
Olga's eyes get serious and distant. She's like, "Oh, I understand. Not eating meat that hasn't been properly prepared." And she just stands quietly like that.
Oh no.
All right. Well, then I will ride out and do it. And she sort of puts the coin in her hand again, and she sort of holds it out. Her hand glows blue, and in front of you, appearing in sort of a blue wispy light, is an elk. An elk with very large horns.
Could you always do that?
I had to prove myself a little to do so.
Dear adjacent.
But it is some things that the Knights of Akabel have always been able to do. And I got her as a young knight. Her name is Amalie. Or at least that's what I remember. My real one. This fellow here is, they are just a memory of her, I suppose.
Oh.
In any case, I will be off. Wish me luck. And she gets up. She gets up on her elk, and she rides off.
Well injured and not feeling well.
Yeah, but she's clean at least.
She's clean at least.
At least she's clean. What is going to happen?
I guess we'll see.
Well, before, does Enzo want to do anything before I
Nah.
run off with a sandwich? Because Puddles,
He's gonna enjoy his sandwich.
heck yeah, Puddles is gotta use her wind spell before she runs out of time. So once Anais is gone, she gets up, kind of dusts herself off, has the sandwich in pocket, and announces to the remaining party, "I am going to use my wind spell."
And so you do.
There she goes.
Just whoosh. And you do.
And she has to fly back across the river.
She does. But you are invisible enough to where you don't.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Play a card game while they're gone.
At least the minor violence. Oh.
Okay. So I'm taking it you're using this opportunity to head back to Mordenkainen's tower.
Yes. Violently.
Alright,
Puddles is missing out.
oh wait, you forgot Loopsy. Loopsy is there too. But in any case, or I guess Loopsy could just be in the car.
Enzo, no. Lulu's one of those wallflowers that watches the party, the game from the side.
Okay, but you do make it to Mordenkainen's tower once more. Nothing really has changed at all since last you went there. So, you know. So, I'm guessing you knock on the front door.
Yes. After looking around to make sure he's not outside.
Yep. So, you knock, and so Tasha is the one that opens it this time, and she looks down and is just sort of like, oh yeah, you're the little one, right? The cleric.
I am little, yes. Yes, I'm the cleric.
Right, right, right. You're probably here for your buddy. And he looks down at a passed out frog on the floor. Just face down on the floor, passed out.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
She doesn't rush in. She's tempted.
Yeah. Little guy tried to puff out his chest. He thought he could take a lot more than I could. And she just laughs as smoke kind of leaks out of her mouth, just sort of like, little lightweight shit.
Puddles wrinkles her nose a little bit. She says in a kind of defeated kind of way, she's like, I guess he's gonna be out for a while.
I mean, I can absolutely wake him up if you need him to. If you need me to. Excuse me.
Will that hurt him?
I mean, it'll give him a hell of a wake up. But it won't. If you're talking like injuries or some shit, it'll be fine.
And she kind of sheepishly looks at him. He's like, I hope he won't be mad at me, but I would like to talk to him about some stuff.
All right. So she just sort of, just shakes her hand a little bit just to sort of wake him up, just to sort of prep herself up a little bit. Abracadabra. Okay, fuck this. And she just grabs him by the scruff of his shirt and just slaps him across the face. Just.
You
Okay.
said it wouldn't hurt him.
Look, what the fuck?
Did she do
What?
that?
What?
Did she do that barehanded?
Yep, just smacks him across his face.
Namus, you have no poison.
Oh no, I am hell of immune.
Immune to poison.
Honey, I'm a great wizard of the multiplane. Poison doesn't do shit to me. You're fine.
Well, that makes me feel a little more comfortable with how I'm dressed right now.
No, you're totally fine. Okay, why did you... You have a visitor, little dude. Also, clean up your snack mess when you're done. I guess I'll be in my... Study, that's what they call it. When she just goes up the spiral stairs, up to the top floor of the tower.
I love how chill she is.
That is Tasha. Okay. I'm suddenly wide awake now. What did you need?
She gives Namus a little bit of a sheepish wave and is like, sorry for waking you up.
Well, I mean, you're not the one that slapped the shit out of me.
She pulls the sandwich out and feels a little silly. She's like, I found meat. Or, my friend made meat. Meat sandwich.
He's sort of hesitant and is just sort of like, what kind of meat?
It's from above, like, the mortal world, so.
Okay, good. I'm not the meat kind. She's like, okay, cool. I'm not willing to take a risk on a Vernian meat. So he takes the sandwich and he takes a bite. Not bad.
Puddles pulls out her own sandwich and plops down to eat with him. And is like, so, how have you been? I wanted to check up on you.
I mean, I guess as fine as I'm ever going to be, considering the circumstance.
She winces a little bit and she's like, well, I'm looking more into that. I I found some grung.
You found other grung.
I did. They had little devil horns and wings and stuff.
Oh, so what you found were imps that were grung at some point.
Well, but they still were mostly grung.
He's kind of puzzled by that. That doesn't really happen.
Well, they spoke the language. I didn't understand it, but I think they spoke the language and they cared about my color.
No, you don't understand. That doesn't happen here. When you go up the devil ladder, you become a devil. They shouldn't be that way. They shouldn't look like grung anymore. Why would they look like grung? And he's kind of confused by that.
And her eyes get a bit of a gleam to them, and she's like, maybe I found a way for you to stay mostly a grung.
No, no, I know what you're thinking. No, fuck that. I don't want to go up the devil ladder.
What are your options?
I have no idea, but I sure as hell don't want to go up the because that would mean me starting off as a lemure. I'm not one to start off as a lemure. Those pathetic blobby things?
I mean, maybe you could start out as an imp? Like those were?
I'd have to convince some asshole to sell me their soul. And who the hell is going to sell their soul to a semen blob? Like lemures.
She kind of wilted that. She has a thought, but she can't dare to bring it up because she hates the devil system. I don't know if he would be aware, if he could catch that she seems to have a thought going through her mind.
You mind sharing there?
I don't like the idea. It goes against everything I've been fighting here.
And?
She opens her mouth and shuts it again. She can't get herself to say it.
Oh, sorry, I'm gassing from the sandwich. Well, just spit it out.
She shakes her head and says, we gotta find some other way.
No, what was the way you were thinking of just a moment ago?
She shakes her head again.
No, what was the thing you just thought up a moment ago?
She won't answer.
Okay, then I guess you're not going to answer that. Okay, fine. But in any case, those imps shouldn't have looked like grung.
They had a leader that they mentioned, I think.
What leader?
You ever heard of Thul Suk? I think he was called.
His eyes kind of grow wide at the name. He's here? He's here.
Is he somebody?
Thul Suk was the name that you heard, right?
Yes?
Okay, cool. Well, then I think it's time for me to move from this tower then. Thanks for the sandwich, but I'm gonna go.
Go where?
Literally fucking anywhere.
What about the hands?
At this point, I'd rather the hands grab me than what Thul Suk is gonna try to do to me.
Why? What would he do?
I have no fucking idea, but I'm not willing to find out. So, just cast that stupid wind thing on me. I don't know, I'll fly somewhere. Maybe to the Bull's Golden Casino or something. I think I still have a good couple of credits there. That's neutral zone. Or maybe
I'd have to sleep
Mahadi's.
I can't give it to you right now. I have to rest first.
Okay.
I
You
guess
weren't
I could.
you weren't followed here, were you?
I mean, I don't think so. I turned the wind.
Okay, cool. Cool, yeah, that's how you got here. Okay. Okay, cool. Except not cool. He's gonna eventually find me. Oh god, that asshole's going to eventually find me.
Puddles has become extremely concerned. What can we do?
I have no fucking idea. Oh god. Oh god. And he's just sort of rubbing his temples, just sort of like... Okay. Fuck.
And Puddles kind of buries her face. He's like, okay, we're trying to keep you from being a lemur? Soul coin. A soul coin has a soul.
You want me to make a deal? Oh, wait. Well, that still would have to be a deal for a soul.
I could ask, I guess, ask around.
I'd
We
have
have a lot of soul coins right now.
Wait, okay, wait. Okay, so the stipulation has to be that it has to be some sort of deal,
Okay.
and it has to involve some sort of soul, and it has to be written on a piece of paper.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how we'll do that with a soul coin.
It just has to be a deal. It just has to be a deal where a soul coin is involved. Or where a soul is involved. It doesn't have to be yours. It doesn't have to be yours. Okay, good. And he starts scrambling around, like, he starts scrambling around the place until he finds, like, he just rips out an empty page from a book and just sort of, he grabs like a quill and some ink and just starts just like quickly just getting that wet, and it's just sort of like, okay, fuck, wait. He looks down at the necklace he's wearing. Okay, he takes it off. Okay, you want this piece of shit?
Me?
Yes, do you want this? Say that you want it. Say that you would like it. Come on. Just say it.
I don't want us to make a deal with you.
Just, look, we just have to make... It has to be traded. It has to be a trade of some kind. It has to be a trade of some kind that is written on a piece of paper. Okay? So let me just... Okay, he puts the necklace down and he starts scribbling on the piece of paper. Just sort of like... Okay, I'm not a fucking devil. There's no loophole. You can check the contract yourself here. You can reread it. It's plain language.
She looks at the contract.
One necklace for one soul coin.
Oh. Puddles looks miserable.
Well, what the fuck are you waiting for? Just go ahead and just sign the fucking contract then. I'll give you the necklace, you give me the soul coin.
I don't have one on me. I have to go get one.
Why don't you have one on you?
Because they're...
Why the fuck do you
horrible.
not have one on you?
They're
the
what?
currency here, you dumbass.
You were currency? Why do you think?
Was I literally your only currency?
No, I had 3 and I let them all go. Why do you think you're free?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. I can't believe I was the last of the coins. Okay, fine. How long does your stupid wind spell last?
8 hours.
Okay, cool. Then just get your holy little ass over to your camp, grab a coin, and then come back here.
How long does she have?
She has about 4.
Okay.
She has enough for one trip back, and then back to
She
him.
inhales very deeply and exhales very slowly. And takes a moment to just absorb this. And is like, okay, I'll be right back. And there she goes.
So as you all are camping, you see Puddles come back.
Puddles looks miserable. Puddles looks absolutely miserable, and she kind of like avoids looking at the rest of the party. as she shuffles over to their spoils.
Olga looks. She looks with both of her eyes. She's watching her.
And so, near the spoils, also looks with both of his eyes.
She feels all the eyes upon her. It's like the eyes emoji that Quinn does, just giant staring eyes.
Exactly. Enzo looks at her. You alright there, Puddles?
No.
No.
He's just like,
No.
oh. Okay.
There's a weight to that. She is miserable and angry, which makes for a very funny tone.
He says, alright. He's kind of like shocked. She just like so
Bluntly.
readily
Yeah.
said no.
No.
And he's
You
like,
could learn something, Enzo.
yeah, you should. Honestly. And he was like, did something happen with Namus?
Namus needs a soul.
And he squints. Does he?
He does.
And how do you plan on getting him one?
She looks to the soul coins and spreads an arm towards the soul coins, towards their grand pile.
No, we need that for fuel.
She's like,
We can't spare a single one.
I'm going to start politely asking all these soul coins if any of them would be willing to make a deal with a grung.
Enzo's like softens. He's like, Puddles.
Apparently he's in trouble. Apparently it's because of this Thulsuk. And I guess there's not much time.
Enzo. Oh, you go.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Enzo sighs and he says, Puddles, this is hell. Everyone here is in trouble in some form or fashion.
Puddles frowns.
You know what he's done.
Puddles kind of grimaces and looks away.
And then he looks to the pile of soul coins. Maybe there's someone in here who's done worse. Likely not. Likely there's more tortured souls in here who need help. We're not going to be able to help every single one of them.
Puddles realizes she's about to get to know a whole bunch of souls in their pile.
Mm-hmm.
And she covers her mouth and she just gives a shaky breath and she looks like she's on the cusp of crying.
He kind of like scoots closer to her. It doesn't touch her or get in her space, but like scoots closer. And he says, Puddles, you have an extremely kind and generous heart. But you need to understand that Namus may be asking for more than you can rightfully give. Namus is in trouble. And Namus has done certain things to land himself in that trouble. It's not your job to save him.
I'm so happy she didn't sign that paper yet. I'm gonna say above board. I'm so happy that she didn't sign that paper. I don't.
Alright.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I.
Get Olga in here.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be in a very good way.
It might make the situation
Because
worse.
Olga didn't know his name before, and now she does.
And now she
Uh-oh.
does.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on. Actually, just because I may have fucked up, has because I assumed we all knew it was Namus,
So
but I may be wrong. I don't.
no, this is the
Puddles
first
would-
time that Olga has heard the name.
No.
Namus.
Okay, but has Enzo been told it was Namus?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, then never mind. He doesn't know. He doesn't know it's meant to be a secret. So.
Yeah, Puddles doesn't either.
Yep. So, well, you know.
Well, nobody would.
Nobody
Olga
would.
wouldn't either.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally like.
It wasn't
forget
until
what I
she
did or
heard the
didn't
name.
know.
She stands up. And, like, well, no, she doesn't stand up. She's like, as they're talking, he says the name, and she's like, wait. She's like looking around, like, what? And, like, the more he says the name, the more she gets, like, shocked and angry. And she stands up, and his name is Namus.
Yeah.
She.
Puddles is looking at Olga just confused and miserable now.
She's clenching her fists really hard, but her face is like aggressively neutral, like trying to stay neutral. Like,
I will happily remind the party that you all have a wind spell.
That you all have it.
Though you don't know where Namus is, you would have to get Puddles to tell you.
so where is he?
So just for no reason in particular. Where the fuck is he?
Hey, Puddles, why don't you roll an insight check?
Yeah, I feel like this is a rolling situation. Because that series of events is kind of odd, but she's also sad. Let's see. That's a 9 plus... Is that a 7?
Yep,
Dang, she's got insight.
17.
16.
Or 16.
Yeah, 9 plus 7.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You can tell that Olga's bottling up a lot of anger. Just a lot of anger.
Puddles kind of slowly becomes alarmed and takes a step back. And she's like, well, why do you want to know?
I want to know where my sandwich went.
Ooh! Ooh!
It's gone. You can't get it back.
I want to know.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable telling you right now until I understand what's going on better.
You don't trust me?
You're kind of scaring me a little bit.
You're not the one I want to scare.
Puddles grabs a soul coin at random. She grabs 3 and she turns to wind.
Wait, can Olga grab her?
Can Olga
Can
what?
Olga grab her?
You gotta do a move, probably.
I will say... If you're wanting to grab her, because I'm assuming you're wanting to grab her just as he's taking off. That quick?
This is amazing.
So, So I was gonna say, if you're wanting to grab her like by the ankle just as she's like flying off,
She's short. She'd be grabbing her
Sli-
by.
or like her waist, whatever, sleight of hand. Otherwise, if you're wanting to
Or can
just
she follow her?
if you're wanting to pursue the
Oh, she
fuck
wants
out
to
of her,
just follow.
Are you-
Can a wind person track where another wind person is?
you're
That's
going
a
at the same speed, so it would be like if she was just pursuing you on foot. So
And she has a pretty big wind up just seeing her take coins. So
yep.
Yeah.
So athletics. If you're not being particularly stealthy about pursuing her,
no, not stealthy at all.
so yeah, athletics.
I don't know if you can see with wind.
You can see other people with wind.
Can
I
you
think.
see other people? Okay.
I
So I
think
think-
we've already done it, like going across the river. We could see each other. I know we followed each other as wind previously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. you
So
could
would
see.
Puddles be aware that she's being followed?
I mean, I guess if you're assuming you remember, you casted the spell on everyone.
That's true. She's very stressed right now, so she wouldn't think of it. She wouldn't think of that. If
Anyways,
she
what'd you
forgot to
anyways
heal
what'd you
Olga-
roll on your athletics check, Jen?
Athletics? Ugh. I got a dirty 1.
A dirty 1.
How does that work? Do you have a negative in athletics?
Yeah, I have a negative 1 because I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Roll that again.
Oh! Dang! You
No.
got you got the
16?
DM side.
Okay, you do. Well, no.
Dang!
I'll tell you what it is later. I'll tell you in a moment.
Oh my god!
So
You're gonna give me a crit on a not natural 1?
no, I remember when you
No,
go-
he let you reroll.
I let you reroll. Reroll.
You
Oh.
already rerolled
And
because
you already rerolled, so you got a 16, correct?
Yeah.
That's enough. So,
What is happening?
hey, you know when I said that the Lady of Fate would screw someone over one way or another?
Does the Lady of Fate not like Puddles? Is it because
No,
of the way
but you-
Puddles talked?
Well, you wanted to defy. You openly spoke against her.
Oh, amazing! I love that.
You openly tried to defy her.
Yeah.
So, you see, Olga, you see yourself glow blue just a little bit.
Oh.
As you're given just enough of a boost to just kind of launch yourself into the air and pursue Puddles with pinpoint accuracy.
Oh, hell, okay.
Oh my gosh! Poor Enzo got left behind.
I'm thinking about if Enzo would try to follow, and he probably would. But like obviously they are ahead.
If you want to roll an athletics check too, you can. If you want to pursue.
This is amazing. I
Anais,
love this.
Anais just kind of looks at you and is just sort of like,
I thought Anais was gone.
oh yeah, Anais is
She's
gone.
hunting.
Okay. So I guess Loopsy just kind of pops her head out, just like, if you need to go, you can just go ahead and go. And Willie's just like, yeah, we'll watch things from here.
Yeah. let Anais know when she gets back, and
Yeah.
and he'll go.
Pooh!
So away they go. Back
And
over the
do
river.
I still have to
Yeah.
roll
Yeah,
the
you
whole
do.
athletics? Yeah.
You do.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
that's
it's a
right.
10.
Is it 10 enough?
He's gonna be a little slow.
Okay.
That's fine. Give them plenty of time.
Uh,
Do not mind that.
So, Enzo, you can see them off in the distance, but they're speeding. It's becoming difficult, but you know where they're going at least. But you are quite the distance. Oh God. Meanwhile, yeah,
So Puddles isn't aware.
Puddles isn't aware yet, not unless she decides to look back.
Al can roll for that. Well, what dice would I roll for that?
Perception, I guess.
Okay. 11 plus 7. That's 18.
Oh yeah, you know sure as hell that you see a little blue glowing thing behind you, and you know you were being followed.
She stops. She stops on the way there, in the middle of who knows where.
In the
Where
middle
does
of the
she
river Styx.
In the middle of the river? Is that where she stops?
Right above it, or at least you're close enough to the dock of the river Styx to where you can kind of see the ferryman's boat just sort of there, but you're not close to where Mordenkainen's tower is.
No, she doesn't want that.
Okay, so you stop.
Yeah.
You're just kind of floating there in midair, visible as wind.
Olga just stays there too.
So Olga stops in front of you too, just kind of floating there.
Puddles actually, I wasn't thinking she stopped in midair. She actually, like, landed.
Okay, you landed on the other end of the river Styx.
Yeah.
Okay. So Puddles lands on the other end of the river Styx.
Olga stays as wind for a little bit, and would it be alright? So, Puddles was going in a direction,
Mm-hmm.
so would Olga maybe be able to figure it out?
History check.
Okay.
This is so fun. This is so much fun. I guess this is a healthy version of PvP.
It's more skill check PvP.
Yeah.
I'm rolling like shit now. It's 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, you have no idea. You have no idea where to go from here.
But she does know what direction she was going.
Are you wanting to make a best survival check as to where you think she might have gone?
No, it would be more like shooting into a direction until she notices something interesting.
I guess that'd be what would that be a roll for?
That would be a survival check.
Hmm.
Olga stays as wind.
Okay, so you're just floating there as wind. Enzo, you eventually do make it there, and you see Olga just kind of floating there above the bank of the river Styx, just sort of waiting.
If I could, I want to hang back just a little bit more. I want to give room for Olga to do something, like for Yaru to do something with Olga before like
Cool.
Enzo can do anything to interrupt it, kind of thing.
Cool.
Like Enzo followed because that is what in character he would do. But
So-
I as a player want to give a chance for that.
Keep a distance? Okay. So you're not quite there, but you're speeding there, but it's speeding as fast as you can anyway. So Puddles, what do you do?
She's kind of panicking. She's like pacing back and forth against the shore, I guess, and just like breathing hard, not sure what to do.
Okay. So Olga, the only thing you see of Puddles is that she's just kind of pacing back and forth along the shore of the river Styx.
I guess Olga stops being wind.
So you land on the other end of the river Styx and you stop being wind. You are a physical person yet again. Puddles, you can see Olga turn back into her physical form as she lands on the shore of the river Styx.
Like the same. Are they on the same side? Or
You're on the same shore.
Okay. Puddles kind of hugs herself and inches away from Olga a little bit. 'Cause she's never seen her act this way before.
Olga, she's angry, but she looks hurt. She's like, Puddles, why are you... You just took way more coins than you asked for. Also, wait, how many coins can she carry?
3.
3.
Okay, that's good. I was worried for a second there. Oh no. Okay.
Yep.
Like, why did you take even more coins?
Because I don't know who will say yes.
What if none of them do?
Then we'll have to figure it out after that.
Why are you willing to give up one of these souls?
I'm not going to force anybody. I was going to ask.
But that's still a soul being given up, right? I don't think anybody wants to be... What is it you're doing with them?
Puddle doesn't answer anymore.
Yep. All you see from Puddles is sort of a look of shame as she looks down at her feet.
Yeah.
She is refusing to speak.
Olga waits.
Yep. You see Olga wait.
So they're at a stalemate now.
They're basically at a stalemate. You're just kind of looking at each other, essentially. Maybe with Olga crossing her arms, just waiting for you to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about the arm crossing. Actually, that was something I was genuinely thinking about, and she wants to, but she is actually trying to keep her everything as neutral as possible.
Okay.
So she is keeping her arms down. Like I know that's a little nitpicky, but
Okay.
it is something that she is actively trying to do.
Okay. So you do. I guess at this point, Enzo, you do eventually see Olga and Puddles at the shore of the River Styx, just sort of looking at each other.
There is actually, I can't not do this now. I realize. So if I don't know if anyone of them will notice, she's trying not to, but Olga looks at the brink of tears.
Oh.
Insight for Puddles.
That's a natural 1.
You are too absorbed into yourself to even care.
I wouldn't say care.
To even notice.
She's too busy looking at the ground.
Mm-hmm. Or looking at the coins that she has in her hand.
No, she's not looking at those. She's looking at the ground. She wouldn't look at the coins right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Enzo toddles on in.
Hi, Enzo.
Hello, Enzo.
Yeah, just Kramer right on in.
Jerry.
I have to take a moment above board.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta apologize for Puddle's behavior. I know she's just doing her thing and being a character, but
We all
it's
took it.
making me feel bad.
We know.
Just as you.
I just had to say that.
You're fine.
Okay, we can keep doing the drama now.
Okay.
Yeah, Enzo comes in and he does like unwind himself in between them. I'm imagining they're like a little distance away from each other, yeah.
Yeah, there's enough of like 6 feet or something.
Yeah, so he kind of comes in like in the middle of that. Cause he saw how Olga reacted and he saw how Puddles ran, and it's like, mediator mode. And he's just immediately like, what's going on? Olga, are you okay?
Olga takes a breath. I just want to know where he is.
Then Enzo looks to Puddles. Puddles, are you going to tell us?
What is going through Puddles? Oh my gosh, I'm running a blank as to what Puddles is even. She's like super panicked. I'm torn. I don't know if she answers.
So you see Puddles just sort of caught up in sort of what can best only be described closest as a sort of choice paralysis sort of thing.
Yeah.
She is paralyzed by the choice that is befallen before her.
She kind of seems to become smaller.
Enzo will. Enzo looked kind of frantic at first, but he tries to soften his gaze as he looks at her. He says, "Puddles, it's okay. We just want to know. If you're not going to tell us, then that's your choice. But you need to talk to us."
I feel like she's going to kill him.
Kill who? Namus?
That's what Puddle says to Enzo.
Oh, that's what Puddle says to Enzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enzo looks to Olga. Olga, are you?
Olga it has to look away now because like she's having a really hard time not crying. Like,
Aww.
she's like, you can't kill the dead. That's her response.
You can't kill the dead.
And Puddles would know this, right? Puddles knows what happens to the dead in the...
Religion check. But with advantage.
With advantage. Okay, let me get this out.
I will add just before that, just because I think it's fucking clever. Enzo will look at her and say, "But you can want to."
So one's a 7 and one's...
Olga refuses to respond to that.
So it's a +5, I see.
So 7 plus 5. It wasn't a
13.
high roll. 13.
It's a basic rule of the planes anyway. You do know that any home creature that dies in its home plane is basically sent to oblivion.
Yeah, well, they become nothing,
They
basically.
become nothing. That's
Yeah.
oblivion.
Yeah, so that's
It's the
basically
realm
what
of nothing.
she says. She's like, it's worse than death after they've already passed. He'd just be gone. Every soul we burn in that car is gone. Every devil we've killed here is gone.
And what do you think happens to the coin you're going to give to him?
Okay, you've studied enough devils to know. So you know that the soul would just kind of be the soul itself, or the soul that would make a deal,
Mm-hmm.
would also turn into a devil, but like a low-ranking one. You're basically forcing someone to become a devil at the expense of another person becoming a lesser devil, essentially. So they wouldn't be gone, but they'd be stuck. They'd be stuck in Avernus for eternity, essentially. You would be essentially dooming someone to eternity in Avernus, just so that someone could go up the ladder in Avernus more comfortably.
Well, okay, so this is how she's going to word it, knowing all that.
Yep.
She's going to glance at the soul coins, and she's going to say, "That's why I wanted to find the right coin for this."
So says, "Puddles, there may not be a right coin for this. Not if you're going to ask them. Not if you're going to get to know them. And regardless, does Namus deserve whatever deal you're going to make?"
Ooh.
What?
Wait. So, I don't want to... I'm sorry, I am interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
But when he brings up Namus, Olga wants to use her mind-reading thing to read the surface of Puddles' thoughts. Because there's no way she's not going to think about his location.
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Okay.
She's not going to interrupt them, but she is going to just, read Puddles' surface thoughts while Enzo is talking. I'm
Okay.
sorry for interrupting.
Go on ahead.
No, this is
Just
great. This
you're
is
good.
amazing.
The only thing he was gonna add, he said, "Does Namus deserve whatever deal you're making? What has he done to show you that he is past what he did in life?"
So I guess Olga's gonna be quietly checking while Puddles.
So
Do we do
yeah,
Olga's
with-
thing first or Puddles' answer?
I will
first?
just say that when Puddles says what she's about to say, the images of what she remembers of Namus very briefly those images sort of flash in your head, Olga. They flash into your head.
It's of
and
him.
in those-
It's
and
of
in-
him eating your sandwich, Olga. It's of
It-
him eating that
It's
sandwich.
of him eating the sandwich, so you know he's the one that ate the sandwich.
Ooh.
But you also, the more important thing is that you do recognize the stone that's directly behind him. In those memories, you recognize the stone. You recognize the couches.
You see Tasha doing a peace sign in the back.
Nah, but all the weed. But you do recognize that is Mordenkainen's tower. But okay, Puddles, what were you about to say?
She says, I was going to take the time to figure that out, but we don't have time anymore.
Is this something you can throw away time on? This is someone's soul, Puddles. Not just Namus's, but the coins?
Puddles
And
makes a
yours?
face. Puddles makes a face like she's visibly hurting, and she grips at the coins like they're a pain.
Puddles, if you do this, and there are consequences, you have to live with them. You have to know what you did to help Namus.
This is so close to what Willie said to her. She actually breaks down crying and just starts saying, I hate it here. I hate it here. Just over and over again. And that's all the response she gives.
Yep.
And Enzo will approach and like put a hand on her back, like gentle pats, like unless she pushes him away or anything. He says, "I know."
She does flinch a bit and tries to keep her head, like lean her head away from his hand, because she doesn't have her cloak on her.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't like touch any bare skin or anything.
Yeah, she's just trying to like instinctively is trying to make sure.
Yeah.
So what does Olga do
Yeah.
now that Olga knows where Namus is?
There's a baby crying in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
Olga, talk it
She-
out. Maybe we'll all go kill him.
Please, come on, can we just go kill him?
You gotta explain what's going on.
Olga,
Olga.
let's take Puddles back, tuck her in, and then me and you. Come on. We'll do a little bonding mission.
We're gonna go on a mission to kill him, okay? That way he can't make him cry no more.
Okay.
We're just going out.
Puddles doesn't have to know. It'll be after Puddles goes to bed. It's fine.
We're just going out to the 7-Eleven to get snacks, Puddles. Just
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We're
Cover
just
your
going-
ears.
Cover your ears. Anyways, what does Olga do?
Olga's anger and sadness have been like attacked by like what is it like? What is like pity but motherly?
Aww.
Like, oh, there's a baby crying for her. She's so small and sad. And she's not sure what to do, and she quickly wipes out her face because there's no way in hell she's stopping that at that point. But she's trying not to, like, actually break down into sobs or anything. She's just, like,
Aww.
trying to avoid even sniffling, but, you know, she's just like, oh, what did she say? Shit, I thought of a thing for her to say. Like, Puddles, I don't want to hurt you. And she's wiping out her face.
And Puddles, through sobs, says, "Why are you doing this?"
Why are you doing this? Why are you helping a monster?
Because soul coins are worse than anything. I don't want anybody to be in soul coins.
I don't want that either, but you're helping a person who hurt so many people. Do you know? Has he told you what he's done? I'm sorry, I dropped my fucking tweezers on my thing.
Oh,
Sorry.
just suddenly. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh shit, son dropping my papoose. Hold on.
That's why I dropped my tweezers.
Oops.
No, she's like, has he even told you what he's done? Do you know?
I know he's a slaver.
He wasn't just a person who held on to people. He hurt them. He hurt one of my daughters.
Uh-oh. It's personal.
And Puddles, her eyes go wide, and worse pain. Like, she's just like, oh my gosh. Sorry, she's so overwhelmed I can barely, like, get in her head.
Oh, it's okay. Please take your time.
This is what I've been holding on to for a little bit.
Oh. I guess the first thing she asks did she say daughter?
Yep.
Is your daughter okay?
She's okay now. She escaped him, thank God. But I got to hear first-hand stories of just what kind of monster he is. She had so many years robbed from her because of him. He personally saw to that. She wasn't just a faceless commodity that he sold. He had a personal hand in her suffering.
And Puddles just looks absolutely miserable. And she grips at her heart, and she stares at the ground, and she doesn't say anything for a long time. And then she finally just whispers, "Okay, I'll take you to him."
Olga's shaking her head now. She's like, I don't want to rip you apart like that. You're right. I want to kill him. And I don't know if I'll stop myself if you bring me to him. But I don't think he deserves a second chance. I don't think he deserves your compassion. You are too good for him. Even if it's just a moment of help. She crouches. She needs just a moment.
No. Puddles actually looks more lost when Olga says that, because now it feels like all decisions are on her again. And she kind of steps away from them both and just sits for a minute. And she go ahead.
I was gonna have Enzo like kind of just add and emphasize one more point to Puddles, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think Puddles like looks at Olga and looks at, or wait, Enzo looks at Enzo looks at Puddles
Oh, no.
and
Okay.
looks at Olga. Both of them hurting so much about this. And he says, "Some people do awful things and spend their whole lives trying to atone for them. I've worked with people who are awful, just like Namus, and they know what they've done, and they've owned it. But they also know that sometimes what they've done can't be forgiven. Not by everyone. Not by the people they've hurt the most. And he gestures to Olga. Whatever you want to do with Namus, that is your decision, Puddles. I know you have a good heart. I know you want to give him a second chance for your own reasons. But you do have to understand. Sometimes what you do affects people more than you'd like it to. And you can't avoid that. Sometimes you have to make choices about who you can stand with.
Puddles just nods and wipes away some tears and says, "Okay. I'll go tell him."
Okay?
Does she get up and go?
Well, she gives them a minute
Mm-hmm.
to let that sink in before, yeah.
Are her tears poisonous?
They are once
No.
they touch her skin.
In any case,
The poison doesn't last long if it's removed from a grung, though.
yeah.
But yeah,
She turns to wind.
she turns to wind.
Okay.
Olga flinches and like has to grip herself, and she almost turns to wind too, and just like bolts after her, but she does not. She does a big sigh and creates wind with her mouth instead.
Aw.
Kisses her.
So
Enzo. Oh.
go ahead.
Can I say something to Olga first?
Go on ahead. Go on ahead.
Okay. Enzo will look to, Olga after Puddles leaves, and he'll hold out a hand to her to possibly help her up if she is feeling up for getting up, and he'll say,
Oh,
"Are you okay?"
Oh, she takes his hand.
Oh.
She sniffle and wipe on her face.
Aw.
And she nods, and then she shakes her head. I'll be fine, I guess. I really want to go kill him.
He squeezes her hand and then like puts his other hand over it, like pats it, like, I understand.
I know exactly where he is now and everything. I could go do it. I feel like I'm doing her a disservice not doing it, but... Oh, Puddles.
I really hope he doesn't flip out on her.
In any case, go on.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
And Enzo just tells her, like, you could do it. I wouldn't blame you. I don't know how Puddles would feel about it, but I wouldn't blame you. after what you said he did. But sometimes better revenge is moving forward instead, knowing that you do have your daughter with you. And she is safe now. And she can go forward with her life without him in it, without him hurting her anymore.
She nods. I just hope Puddles will be okay. I guess that too. I mean, I know. Wait, there. I know that Olororo is fine. She's past him. It's not my story. But who? You know, the temptation to destroy. You know?
And so sighs and says, I know. From both sides, I know.
Okay, so let's get to Puddles making it to Mordenkainen's tower. So, I want to destroy.
Oh.
So, anyways, so you go in. I assume you go into Mordenkainen's tower.
Yeah.
My cute. Okay. So, yeah. Namus sort of looks up at you and is just sort of like, okay, good. Okay, cool. You're here. Did you do it?
Puddles is looking at the ground, and she just looks miserable and defeated.
What? What the hell happened?
I can't help you anymore, Namus.
Why the hell not?
Because I found out something you did to a family member of my group.
So what? You're just gonna walk away?
She was going to come and kill you.
I'm already gonna be fucking dead. I'm already going to be fucking dead, and you put me into this situation, you asshole!
She cringes more. And she nods. It's like, I did.
You owe it to me. You owe it to me to fix this. You fucked up in this. You put me into this situation.
And she looks hurt again. She's like, I
What do you mean you can't?
can't.
You screwed up. You are the one who put me into this situation. You owe it. It doesn't matter if you suddenly are getting cold feet about it. What did I hurt one of their uncles or something in a past life? What?
Enslaved and tortured, I guess, her daughter.
I've enslaved a lot of fucking daughters. You're gonna have to be specific.
I don't know if Olga didn't mention the daughter's name to Puddles, did
Nope.
she?
Wait, can we pretend she did?
No.
I think she may have.
I said
maybe
it. I
she
said it
always
afterwards.
has
I kept forgetting her name while I was talking because I'm an asshole. But like, I feel. Can we pretend she did say it during that?
That's up to the DM.
We could pretend for the sake of retcon, I guess. What was the name of the? Because this is the Furbolg daughter, right?
Yeah, it's her name is Olorora. Here, I'll write that down.
Olorora. Olorora. Okay.
Yeah.
Olorora. So you say the name Olorora.
Mm-hmm.
The Furbolg? The Furbolg.
Puddles kind of looks up at Namus at that tone.
So what? I'm just gonna be fucked now just for some furbolg you've never even met?
She kind of looks at the ground and says with a little bit of it's not annoyance, but there's like almost a snark, almost a bitterness of, well, if you hadn't noticed, I tend to react strongly to a lot of strangers I've never met.
Well, badly or not, you are still leaving a mess uncleaned. You got me into this mess.
Puddle
You
swallows.
still owe it to me.
The most I could do for you is I will spend the night and give you the wind, so you have a little bit more time to figure this out.
Wait a minute. You brought them here, didn't you? The coins, didn't you?
Puddles. Something shifts in her to, like, defensive.
Look, you're already here. Just throw me one.
She takes,
Just throw me one, and you can end it right here. It'll be the last you'll ever see of me.
she takes a step back and shakes her head.
You're really going to do that? You're going to play it that way? You're really going to make me do this, aren't you?
I either give you the wind or we part ways now.
No, we are not doing that. We are most certainly not doing that.
She turns to try to turn to wind.
Hold person.
Oh.
You are held still.
Oh no!
Suddenly, Olga and Inzor are like, you know, maybe we should go check on her. You know exactly where she was. Yeah. Cool.
I was
Okay, are
actually
you wanting to
shocked.
say, is it been too long? Okay, I can say, if you want, I can say that it would be reasonable for Olga to think that it's been taking just a tad too long.
I will say the whole time she's been there, like she's been thinking, I hope it's really quick. I want to go there right now. Well, then I might kill him, and Puddles will be sad. But so like this is on her mind to go there.
And so could offer, like, we can go and stay wind and just make sure she's okay, if that would make you feel better, but you have to, you know, not kill him. There is that aspect.
I guess you can hold me back. And then they go and they help her.
Okay, so you do turn into wind and you get there.
But in the meantime,
Yep.
I guess.
In the meantime, so he's got you held.
So she's rigid, I guess.
Yep.
And she's, Namus!
Does she have any resistances or?
Nope.
Damn, I
She's
didn't realize
trying
it
to
just
fight
worked.
it. She's trying to fight it.
Yep.
Can she
All
cast
right.
a spell against it? Or can she do anything?
Well,
Let me see
Wait,
what her spell
let me-
slots look like.
let me get a quick reference on hold person. Let me just get a quick reference. Okay, they have to succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Puddles is wise. I tried to give her a high wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a +7. Oh, sorry, Hobbs. 17.
Let's see. Okay. Alright. That is sort of enough. You do feel for a second it holds you, but then you're instantly able to break out.
So she's trying to get out of the house. She's trying to get out of the house and through the door so she can turn to wind.
Okay, cool. He casts Mage Hand and slams the door. Get back here, you asshole!
She casts silence in the house.
Okay.
To try to keep them from doing any more spells.
And he's just sort of mouthing, you asshole!
She's trying to get around the... Well, she can't cast spells now either.
Nope.
She's messed herself up. She
So-
just has to try to manhandle him.
He's going to try to grapple you then.
Oh no, her strength is awful. What do I roll to fight that?
Like opposing strength.
Oh no. Come on, get out of the box. This keeps getting stuck. My dice is panicking. There we go. That's an 8.
-1, 7. So yeah, you're grappled, and he's grabbed you. Like you are leaping against the walls, trying to get away from him. But he's able to leap up to you and kind of grab you from behind.
And she's
Come back, you asshole!
well, like he mouths it at
Yeah,
least.
he mouths it at least.
She's just struggling and screaming silently.
So anyways, Enzo and Olga. You make it to Mordenkainen's tower.
Well, we're here and everything looks fine, so yeah.
There's no sound.
There's
You
no
can't hear her
sound.
struggle.
There's no sound. Like, you know, I don't hear anything going on inside. I think maybe it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just head back.
Maybe, I guess. I'll probably kill him if we go in.
So you hear all this, and he's just sort of like, he's mouthing, "Give me the coins."
She shakes her head. And keeps
Are there
trying to
windows
struggle.
we can like look in?
There is one at the slightly above. It does look into the living room. It would require an athletics check to climb up.
Well, we're wind.
The wind.
Oh, but you are wind, so if you wanted to fly up and look out the window, you could.
Yeah. That makes sense. It's like
We'll just roll that.
We're
We're giving
giving
the wind
check
a lot
on
of
her.
power.
she's not outside; she's inside. So
And the door seems to be shut. So,
Mhm.
so you, Enzo, you fly up and you look into the window, and you see Namus, basically chokeholding Puddles. You know, you see him mouthing something like angrily through his teeth, but you can't hear anything from his mouth.
cool. Fuck that. I'm going to immediately like unwind to land in front of the door. Like that's how fast I'm trying to get to the back to the front door, so I can bust it down and get inside and save Puddles.
So you kick open the door, and he's just like, and he's just mouthing, "You were followed, you asshole!"
Yeah, there's no sound.
Yep, no sound, but he's just saying, "You were followed, you dickhead."
Puddles tries biting him.
Okay. I guess that's an unarmed attack.
Would I roll? Is that just a d20 roll or?
Yeah.
Is that? Do I do anything to the number I get or? Yeah, so-
I guess it's just plus whatever your strength is.
Oh, that's negative then. So 16 total. Did that hit him?
Is let's see. Just give me one moment, because let's see. Okay, so that is enough. So you are able to bite him, and yeah, that is able to free yourself.
Uh-oh. So she's trying to scurry away again.
He chases after you.
Would that be in athletics?
I guess that'd be competing athletics, I guess.
I don't know how easy it is for everyone to get in the door with the mage hand on it.
No, he was able to easily kick it out.
Okay. Oh, that's just a 6.
You were barely able enough to get away from him, though, so
Okay.
since that's enough. So he tries to make it through, but you're able to kind of scooch and slide between Enzo's legs to get out of the doorway, leaving just Enzo and Namus in the
Yeah.
tower.
And
Well, Olga's there too.
And Olga's behind
Olga!
Namus. Or Olga is behind Olga's behind Enzo.
Her crossbow is out at this point.
yeah, is the silence like only
Within the tower.
Yeah.
within the tower? Okay, so then like I want to say Enzo is like leaning down, but still kind of like outside of the tower and like snarling at him, and Olga is probably like aiming over his head at Namus, and
Hell yeah.
yeah, and he'll say, "You don't want me to get out of the way. Trust me."
Oh! And he's just sort of growling at that point. But
Where is it?
right here. Let's see what Namus can do. It's not much, aside from the fact that he can just try to athletics out of there, because that's all he can really do. So he's going to try to also escape in between your legs.
Olga is right there too. He's going to be
Nope.
shot.
He just fucked himself.
Thinks about it, and
So-
that's the failure.
So he does. He does almost succeed in getting up from between the legs. Except he obviously forgot about Olga standing right behind him with the crossbow, and you clearly aim and you pin his leg right outside the doorstep. So he succeeded, but now his leg is pinned by an arrow into the ground.
Honestly, she's capable of pinning 2 arrows into him. So
But he just sort of screams as he's sort of like, "Ah, you fucking asshole!"
I'm sorry, Puddles, but at that point, she will swing her crossbow at his head. and slap him across the head with it.
Ah!
Could do more damage, but she's wants to cause pain, not damage.
Fucker!
Every time he opens his mouth, he's going to get a beating.
Oh my gosh.
Enzo just kind of like getting out of the way, like, I told you.
Puddles. She's once she's far enough away, she just sort of turns miserably to watch whatever is about to happen.
And he just looks at Puddles and he just sort of says, he just sort of mouths, "This is your fault."
Enzo will like walk between, like, so that he is blocking Puddles from Namus's view, and therefore Namus from Puddles' view. And he looks down at him and he says, "Whatever deal you had going with Puddles, it's over. Done. Get yourself out of your own shit."
Oh, I like that.
Also, so he's got one leg pinned down.
Mm-hmm.
Olga will step on his arm
Ah!
to keep him down, and she doesn't take her eyes off him, doesn't take the crossbow away from him, but she calls to Puddles and says, "Was he trying to hurt you too?"
I don't know what he was going to do. He didn't hurt me though.
Thank goodness. And so I don't know what Olga will do, but I will point out something.
Mm-hmm.
He is now outside on the ground.
He is outside of it on the ground, which means he is
We
able
can finally
to talk.
hear him talk.
He can talk. He's able to.
We can hear his screams
And then-
now.
Wait.
Oh.
And then I used 2 key points to cast silence again.
No, wait,
I don't. I was just hoping, but
hang on.
I could.
Wait, that's not what I meant though. He
Hmm.
is outside on the ground.
Yeah, actually.
Hands.
Well, I think they have to get there
They have
around
to
the
get us-
place. Yeah, he has to get a certain distance from it.
Mm-hmm. This is still Mordenkainen's
okay.
domain, so.
Yeah, because they
Oh,
hung out
okay, so
outside
it's
before.
not anything. Okay.
It's still Morty's domain, so.
So hey, just for funsies, how far is Morty's domain? Like, where does that end exactly?
It's about a 30-foot bubble.
Okay, we can walk 30 feet. Yeah, actually, Enzo will say that. He'll like squint a little bit and he'll be like, "Funny, last time you were on the ground like this, you had a lot of people grabbing for you. What changed?"
And he just sort of looks up. And he just sort of looks at the mailbox that says Mordenkainen.
Oh.
Okay, so he is like getting across that, like, it's
But
neutral territory,
It's
dumbass.
neutral. It's basically like this is Mordenkainen's domain.
Yeah,
He's he's like a powerful wizard of the plains.
Okay. And then Enzo just kind of like nods, like, "Oh, okay, that's how you did it. That's why she took you here. But if you weren't here anymore, I guess you wouldn't have that protection from those hands, now would you?" That's interesting to think about, you know? And then he'll lean down, look at Namus, like, "Want to go for a little walk, Namus? Stretch your legs there?" See how fast you can run?
Oh gosh! I love this. Namus gonna do?
And then he'll look at the pinned leg like, well, I guess not that fast now.
Well, he's got a few things to blow. So he just sort of takes a breath in. And let's see. Let me just check. And he starts to whisper something under his breath.
Can Olga smack him?
Insight check.
I mean, she's ready to smack him regardless of what noise he makes, but
Yep.
yeah, I can do.
He's poisonous too, just so you know.
He is poisonous.
She is, like with the others, she would smack with her crossbow, so.
Ah.
Like, that is,
And I don't care. He can do whatever poison shit he wants to me.
and it's only an 8.
Cool. So he casts Ivard's Black Tentacles.
Oh.
Oh, sexy, actually.
So surrounding the circles, in the circles surrounding them, black tentacles begin to spew out of the ground. So make dexterity checks.
For everybody?
For anyone that's within the 20-foot range.
I'm sure she's within 20 feet.
Saves.
That's pretty far.
Dexterity saves, yep.
Okay.
11 plus
6.
Okay.
13,
And
14.
11. Which is really bad because I have a +7.
Which is really bad because it's a +7. And how many did you say, Olga?
6.
And 11. And how many for you?
14? Double check. Yeah, 14.
Okay, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So you all are restrained by the black tentacles.
Oh no.
Pathetic. But, like, is it though?
So you are all restrained.
Okay.
And as you are all restrained, he takes out the bolt from his leg. Fuck! How about that, assholes?
Olga class Flock of Familiars and gets a bunch of spiders crawling on him.
She casts what?
Can I make four aggressive spiders crawl on him?
Okay, he eats the spiders.
They're fucking
Are they giant
too
spiders?
big for that.
Are they giant
They're
spiders or
fucking
regular?
fantasy spiders.
Are they though? Are they just regular
so
spiders
what
or
is the
fantasy
description
spiders?
Of the... What is the description of the
I don't know. I can't read fast enough. Can I just cast Eldritch Blast on him?
I mean, you're restrained, so no.
Why can't I scream it from my mouth? It just says a beam of crackling energy. It doesn't say it has to come out from anything. What's VS?
Visual
Vocal and...
somatic.
Huh?
It's visual and somatic. So visual just
No.
means you have to... V stands for visual, right?
No, V stands for vocal.
Okay, so
V-
vocal and S is... So V is for vocal, S is for
V
like
is-
you have to move your hands.
Yeah.
And material means you need a thing.
You
Which-
can't stop me from wiggling my feet. I'm gonna kick him with my Eldritch Blast.
So... Anyways, so Namus just sort of walks over to Puddles.
Hang on, can we be like in
Combat?
like Yeah, like, or like, can we just do nothing while we're restrained?
Well, you'll have to make another dexterity saving throw after he's done.
I guess this is a little bit like hideous laughter or something.
Yep. So he's going to go up and he's going to approach Puddles and take out a soul coin from her pocket.
Hey, she's wrapped up in shit. Oh, can I use Misty Step?
Well,
It's only vocal.
Well, I was going to say you all now do have the chance to do a dexterity saving throw again, since this would count as the end of his.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can't just auto flee by Misty Stepping.
Well, I mean, you don't have to waste the spell slot if you can just do the dexterity.
Oh,
So.
it's even lower.
But
than
if you
the
fail,
other
Well,
one.
you can just go ahead and do
Okay.
that. Yeah. I will say, just go ahead and do the dex saving throw, just to see if you can.
Ooh.
It's lower than
Yeah,
the other
this
one.
time I got 18.
Oh yeah, you're able to just do it. I'm trying to save you the spell
Oh, yeah.
slot.
Right. Puddles is
That's
just
fair,
squirming
thank
and
you.
trying, just squirming.
So
and,
how much is yours?
Oh, it's lower.
Okay, so it's is
Like
it lower than a
9
14?
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's just squirming and it's like trying to get him to, calling out after him to stop.
And what about Enzo?
19, baby.
Dang.
Yep. So you both break free, but not Puddles.
Cool. And like, am I able to do anything else now that I've broken free?
It does take an action, unfortunately.
Okay, so can I?
You want to use your bonus?
You can spend.
I mean-
I'm looking at what my key points can do.
I mean,
Um,
you do have a tattoo that can basically do the same thing he just did to you.
Mm.
Wait, I do. Oh yeah. Oh, I've never used this part of my tattoo.
That'd be
God,
so
hold on.
satisfying.
Yeah, wait. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I can reach a target up to 15 feet away from you with inky tentacles. Yeah. I do that as a bonus action.
Besides, this can't work anyway because he has to make a deal.
At this point, he's just
Mhm.
desperate. But anyways, his motivations and reasonings aside, that doesn't matter because Enzo just sort of sticks out, just sort of gives a look to him and just points out his fist as tentacles begin to spring from his tattoo.
Hmm.
Punch him.
And those tentacles are now. Yep, and those glowing white tentacle tattoos are now wrapping around him, as now he's restrained.
Two restrained little frogs.
God damn it, fucking tattoo user!
Fucking rude, ain't it?
Fucker! Anyways, now that he is... That pretty well kind of counts as breaking a concentration. And... Yeah, that is... Yep, you are freed. The tentacles disappear.
Oh, and she didn't have to break free.
Yep.
Can she go try to take her coin back?
Yeah, you can. He's restrained, so he can't fight. He can't fight back.
She gives him a very sad but determined look as she reaches to take the soul coin from him.
And he's just sort of... Just wide-eyed, just sort of looking. You did this to me.
And she nods. I did.
Name it.
Ik,
Oh, nope.
ik groet ik nog. Ik zeg ik nog.
Her look becomes pained because she doesn't understand him.
It was a curse in Grungese.
I figured.
To roughly translate it,
We get a translation.
to roughly translate it, it basically would mean, "May Nyang Nyang forever curse you and all your blood."
Oh gosh, I wonder if that actually will work.
But anyways, he's silent now.
Olga actually, she kind of goes over to, quickly make sure Puddles is okay, because she was the only one who didn't escape the restraint.
Oh, yeah.
She's keeping her crossbow pointed. Oh, Kitty.
Oh, yeah.
She's keeping her
Puddles is
crossbow
fine.
pointed, though.
Puddles is fine physically.
Yeah, she's physically, all she has is just a little bit of tentacle slime and she's fine.
It just adds to the frog
Gross.
slime. She is going to keep her eyes on Namus to witness whatever fate ends up befalling him, because this is her fault.
Mm-hmm.
Let's walk him to a spot he can go to where he must go. She's glaring at Namus, and she looks at Puddles and she's like, Hans tried to take him, right? That would be better than death or nothingness. But he would also be getting, as he's earned. Would that make you feel better than, killing him? I know nothing here will make you feel good, but I guess, is that more tolerable?
Puddles kind of hugs herself and is like, I've been letting him decide everything like that.
Well, I don't think he deserves a choice, then. And she looks to Enzo, and gestures towards away from the house.
Mm-hmm. Enzo nods, and we'll pretty much he'll just fucking grab Namus by the scruff of his neck, drag him away and keep him bound using the tattoo if he can.
Yeah, you're basically kind of just lifting him up.
Should I roll up to see if Puddles notices that he's just grabbing him
by the scruff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not hiding it.
No.
So you would just notice.
Yeah, he's giving him a little choke, just a tiny little choke.
Well, he's
That's a
touching.
treat.
He's touching him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
By his clothing.
Is it by his clothing or?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's by his clothing, but it could also be a little skin contact too, because he's not really taking care to avoid it or anything.
But it's not like it would matter to him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to him.
It doesn't. But Puddles doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she would notice because of the weight of the situation, which is why I'm wondering if people are cool with me rolling it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. This is a very heavy moment. 16 plus, what is perception? 16, 17, 18, 19. So, yeah. That's a pretty high number. So she very much notices. And I guess that's just in the back of her mind a little bit now.
And Enzo will, start taking him away, but he'll also tell Namus that whatever happens to you, whatever you fucking get, she didn't do that to you. You did that to yourself, slaver.
Like I'm gonna take...
Own your own shit.
Oh, like I'm gonna be lectured to by a viper. And
you think I don't know what I've done? He
have
grins
you?
at him and has a really dark look to him, to be perfectly honest. It's like, I know the kind of snake I am.
Oh.
Oh, I exactly what type of snake you were. Enzo the Butcher.
Dang. Mamus knows how to push buttons, I swear.
There is like a little twitch of anger, like in his face, like when he calls him that. But you know, he still smiles and says, "Yep, that's my name. Don't wear it out." Wonder how fast it'll take him to drag you down.
He doesn't respond.
Cool. And I drag him until I am at the aforementioned 30 feet radius, and just fucking throw him onto the ground, like a little extra distance away. Actually, I do walk a little past the 30 distance, unless the hands will start like grabbing for me or whatever.
It has to be
But
with
just-
toes touching the ground, essentially.
Yeah, but like, will they start grabbing at me?
Nope.
If I'm holding him, okay. Then yeah. He'll walk a little like further than he needs to, just to make certain that he can't really run back, and then he'll just fucking toss him to the ground.
When he's tossed to the ground, Olga says, I hope Aurora's dagger stung when it entered you.
Puddles is
And
there
I hope
too.
my poison stung into both of those Furbolg assholes.
She shoots him in the leg to pin him down.
Puddles is there too. She followed. She doesn't say anything. No,
Yep.
she does actually. She does, but it's just he's not gonna take it. She says, "I'm sorry."
He spits at you.
That's the second time she's been spit at by a Grum.
Ich took the back the knock.
She fucking just hits him. Stop talking. Just let the hands take you. Shut up.
And the, and the hands
Just go.
and the hands do take him as they drag him down.
It's probably a miserable process to watch.
Oh, it is. But now he's not even really kind of fighting it, as he's just staring death daggers at Puddles, essentially.
And she wants to look away, but she watches the whole time.
And he's just mouthing like, "You watch."
And then Olga steps in the way so that neither of them get that kind of closure.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh no, she actually would not let anybody block her.
All right.
Yep.
I
She
won't
would
do that
resist
then.
So, yep, and he is dragged down. The only thing that is left of him onto that surface is the necklace that he wore.
And Puddles falls to her knees and then just curls up in a little ball on the ground. And she doesn't cry, she just lays there.
Olga will sit down next to her. She is keeping enough of a distance that she knows that she doesn't like touch, and also touch danger. But also, she's just kind of like right there. And then she said, well, that didn't feel good either way. I'm sorry, Puddles.
Puddles doesn't answer. I think she finally starts sobbing. Books silently.
Oh, why you can't hug baby? She no like and danger.
It's okay. I can hug her.
You can?
No. I will
Do
not.
it.
I will not. I'll pick
Do
up
it.
that necklace though. I'm just gonna say that. Take the fucking necklace.
This fucking this jewelry is mine now.
Fuck that dude.
Yep. You pick up, it is a piece of grung jewelry.
She was gonna take it if Enzo wasn't.
Yeah, he kind of picked it up for her, to be honest.
Oh.
Like, he's like, I don't know if this means anything, and I don't know if she's gonna want it, and I'm just gonna take it just in case. Because not really feels like it's not the time to be like, hey, you want this dead, not dead dude's necklace? But, you know, take it for now. Oh, it's fine. Unless you want it, like, scene-wise, her to come up and get it, then in which case, yeah, go ahead.
She's not thinking about it right now. She's crying in a ball. She's not thinking about the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss her.
Olga will sit there with her as long as she needs. Like,
Yeah.
she's not gonna make them get up and go back to the camp right away.
And it does take a bit. She cries herself dry, basically.
Olga will give her some water.
No, don't give her water. She might cry some more. No, I'm joking.
She gives her the water for a sippy.
And she takes a sip. And she sits there for a bit, and then just like with a very blank expression, she stands up and is like, we should probably go back at this point.
Yeah. Are you ready to?
As ready as I'll be.
Okay. And Olga will follow her lead.
Agreed.
Can they turn to wind?
Yep.
Turn to wind.
That'll be the last use of your wind.
Yep.
You make it to camp, and you see Anais cooking up some meat on a spit. With with presumably once the meat is cooked, she sort of coats it in something. But she looks over and is just sort of like, you made it just in time. I just got done cooking the hellboar. You all look quite the worse for wear.
Well,
And it
think
seems like
that
it is
can
none
wait.
of my business.
Yeah,
no, I think it's just we need a minute.
Puddles
Well,
just...
if you wish, dinner is on me this time.
Aw.
The hellboar is ready. I made sure to coat it with the proper holy rituals. It should be good enough to... It should be healthy enough for a mortal to eat. Just be warned. Hell meat is a little tougher. And quite a bit spicier, unfortunately. But it still should be good. Tastes just like pork. Or enough like pork, I suppose.
Puddles does not go to the food. She kind of looks at Olga and sort of speaks in a quiet voice. Can I borrow your decanter of water?
Absolutely. And she hands it to her.
And Puddles nods her thanks and goes to a discreet place to get her tub ready.
Yep.
You guys can enjoy the pig, though.
Mm-hmm.
Olga actually says, I'll be back in a bit. And she goes off to, like, fucking cry for a fucking minute.
Oh, Olga.
And then she'll be back to eat the pig when she's done. We're done with that. Put on some makeup. Make sure she don't look like she just cried. Nobody noticed.
Enzo respectfully looking away.
Aw. Enzo's a good man.
actually feels like an alright time to end off if we wanted to. That way,
Yeah.
Elle doesn't lose too much.
Yep. Yep. I'll go ahead and end it. Yeah.